8442. In a jet engine which uses a fuel-oil heat exchanger, the oil temperature is controlled by a thermostatic valve that regulates the flow of A. Fuel through the heat exchanger. B. Both fuel and oil through the heat exchanger. C. Oil through the heat exchanger. The correct answer is C. In a jet engine that uses a fuel-oil heat exchanger, the oil temperature is controlled by a thermostatic valve that regulates the flow of oil through the heat exchanger. The thermostatic valve monitors the temperature of the oil and adjusts the flow to maintain the desired temperature. This helps ensure that the oil is maintained at the optimal temperature for proper lubrication and cooling. 8443. What prevents pressure within the lubricating oil tank from rising above or falling below ambient pressure, reciprocating engine? A. Oil tank check valve. B. Oil pressure relief valve. C. Oil tank vent. The correct answer is C. The pressure within the lubricating oil tank of a reciprocating engine is prevented from rising above or falling below ambient pressure by the oil tank vent. The vent allows the tank to equalize pressure with the surrounding environment, preventing excessive pressure buildup or vacuum conditions that could hinder the proper flow and operation of the oil system. 8444. In an axial-flow turbine engine, compressor bleed air is sometimes used to aid in cooling the A. Fuel. B. Inlet guide vanes. C. Turbine, vanes, blades, and bearings. The correct answer is C. In an axial-flow turbine engine, compressor bleed air is sometimes used to aid in cooling the turbine vanes, blades, and bearings. This bleed air is directed over these components to remove heat and maintain their temperature within acceptable limits. Cooling is essential to prevent overheating and ensure proper functioning of the turbine section. 8445. Oil picks up the most heat from which of the following turbine engine components? A. Rotor coupling. B. Compressor bearing. C. Turbine bearing. In a turbojet engine, the oil picks the most heat from the turbine bearings. The correct answer is C. In a turbojet engine, the oil picks up the most heat from the turbine bearings. The bearings experience high temperatures due to the friction generated by the rotating turbine components. The oil's primary function is to lubricate and cool these bearings, absorbing the heat generated and carrying it away to maintain proper operating temperatures. 8446. Which of the following is a function of the fuel-oil heat exchanger on a turbojet engine? A. Aerates the fuel. B. Emulsifies the oil. C. Increases fuel temperature. The correct answer is C. The fuel-oil heat exchanger on a turbojet engine serves the function of increasing fuel temperature. This helps prevent fuel system icing by ensuring that the fuel remains above its freezing point. By exchanging heat between the fuel and oil, the fuel temperature is elevated, reducing the risk of ice formation within the fuel system.